welcome back to another episode of our Legacy Challenge. As you can see, we are here with Tessia, and she is getting her flirt on with Emmett. We are jumping in with this family to find out if we can potentially get Tessia in this relationship with Emmett. As we know, she is really into him, and she is wanting to build on their relationship with him. They had kind of fallen into love with each other in their last meeting when he had come over to the house, and so we are just trying to develop this relationship. We had found out in our last episode that Evie is expecting, and so we do need to get her and Adriel married and her moved into the house. But then we found out that Tessia was in love with Emmett, and so I'm just trying to build up on their relationship and seeing how they can do. I am kind of hoping that maybe they will want to build their relationship up, and she will want to go ahead and start a life with him, and maybe they would be able to move out of the house and get a place of their own, and that would make room for Evie here in our household. So that's kind of my plan for this episode, is to see how Tessia gets on with Emmett. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. She is just building on this relationship with him and seeing how they can get their romance up. So they're just doing a bit of flirting here. She's actually skipped school today so that she can spend time with him, but we are just going to get them to build up a little bit of their flirtation and their intimacy, and they seem that they are very satisfied right now in their relationship, which is really wonderful. So we love that for them. She's going to attempt to seduce him and see if she can go ahead and get them in a little bit more higher bit of a romantic place. Being that they are teens, I'm not quite sure if they will be able to do anything, but we'll see. Oh, the teacher has stepped out for a second to talk to a parent. She asked Adriel to run the class for a little while. Should Adriel keep following the lesson plan the teacher laid out, or do something fun and easy with his classmates? Just follow the plan, Adriel. So he got a performance gain small with doing that, and they have just decided to woohoo right here in front of Evie, like they don't even care. And she's just like, oh, well, okay then. No protection was used. I don't think that she's going to get pregnant though, because as we know, this family is quite full, which is the problem of why we can't get Evie into this family to begin with. But they have had their first woohoo. Their relationship is really high up there. We are going to see if we can embrace him. I'm kind of hoping that they would have the chance to ask each other to be in a romantic partnership. Asked to be romantic partner. There we go. And he's like, of course I will. And she's just going to go ahead and pop the question. She wants to spend her life with him. Oh no, he's going to tell her no. And she's like, what do you mean you don't want to live with me and move in with me? Or what do you mean you don't want to marry me? He's like, well, what's the rush? Where is he going? They can kiss and make up. Let's get them to kiss and make up, because he just like broke her heart there. And maybe she can go ahead and just profess her undying love to him. And I think she would tell him, okay, so maybe we don't get engaged right now, but what do you think about us living together and just seeing how that goes? And we could just, live together and see how that goes for a while, and he'll be like able to answer that question. So she's going to have a deep conversation with him about possibly moving in together. Why? Oh, I don't know why he keeps trying to walk away from her. Now they're gonna be walking in the bush here. Let us go ahead and see about asking him if we can live together. Let me just pause this for a second and see if I can find that option. So we are going to find out if we can. Just gonna say to him, you're my favorite and I really do want to live with you. Let's get him to embrace her, and then I'm gonna have him propose to her and see if maybe she accepts his proposal.
To do. Impreda.
Sengola. Namisa. Borfa. Meeb. Efrajoy. Yimbla.
So he's gonna be like, I've thought about it a little bit. Maybe you were right. Maybe we should get engaged. And she's like, really? And he's like, well, you're talking about us living together, and I don't know how we should, you know, maybe we shouldn't just live together without being engaged. Maybe that's just not something that we should really do. And she's like, I'm so glad you changed your mind. I would love to be your fiance. So they are going to be engaged. We are going to go ahead. We're going to move them in together. I'm going to get them their own place. They're going to be engaged, living together. So let's go ahead and find them a place to be. I'm going to give her about 5,000 simoleons. I know that's not a lot, but we'll give her 5,000 simoleons. And we'll move her into a home. All right, so we have got her here in her new place, and we are just going to go ahead and have her invite over Emmett. We're going to get him moved in here with her, and then we will have them living here in this house. So let's go ahead. He has come over. We are just going to get them. Let us go ahead and see him. Let's get him to move in with us. Have a deep conversation with him. Oh, or kiss him. Okay, you can do that. They're very much in love.
Gababuni hish.
Obista.
Ternoi.
Yips.
Yips.
Let's talk about their marriage. Maybe they can't actually go ahead and do that. We'll just go ahead maybe and get them to elope here. Let's get them to elope, and we'll get them just hitched already. And then he can move in with her. Take off your phone. So they are exchanging their vows. They've decided to elope. They've gotten this new place. Tessia is ready to begin her life with Emmett. She's madly in love with him. And so she has just up and moved out of her parents' home. She's gotten herself a new place with him. And they are going to begin their lives together. So we are super thrilled about that. So we're going to let them continue on with their lives here, and we'll see how things go with them. He's going to go ahead and move in over here with her, which is fantastic. We love that for them. So we'll see them moving on in together over here, and they will continue their lives together. But while they are continuing with their lives, we are just going to head on back over to our main household. I'm going to end this welcome wagon so that we can leave. And we're going to head back over to our main household.
Yabba. Woo.
All right, we have arrived back in our main household, and we are going to invite Everett's girl over so that he can see Cam, and we're going to build a little bit on their relationship as well. And we can obviously be seeing Evie a little bit later for Adriel. We will need to be getting them married, but We are going to develop Cam and Everett's relationship a little bit so that they can obviously get their romance up some. So we are going to just see how they can do. We do want them to just get a little bit more love going on. Oh, she's in the bath. Well, she came right over and got into the bathtub. Like, just help yourself. Let's just embrace her. He's given her some Haleigh. They've reached romance level 3, which is fantastic. Their romance is going up significantly, which is good. Seems like right now all they can really do is embrace one another, and he can give her flowers. So there's not a whole lot that he can really do with her. He's going to just do a little bit of small talk with her and see how she's doing for the day. And he can do a little bit of flirting, so he is going to compliment her appearance. Oh.
Oh, dag.
Menzu.
Fleurs?
Oh, Vadish.
Dag.
Sula.
They've become partners in crime. So he is just becoming partners in crime with her, and it would seem that the problem that they're having is they don't speak the same language, and so their relationship status is going up kind of slowly. They are great friends, but their romance is going up kind of slow.
Sul.
Whip-boo.
Yabosa.
Frimsy. Melgreet Bashar. Bangrabe Gurgadon. Oh, Dromus. Spinja Pafin. Obero. Yada Velk. Frina de Yankee?
So everyone's kind of shocked by the fact that Tessia has moved out, that she's gotten married, and that she's kind of moved on. That was very sudden. They really can't quite believe that she did that. But, you know, she was a wild card, that one. They never really knew what to expect from her. So I guess part of them can believe that she would just up and do something like that. I mean, if you think about it, Adriel is also pretty young, and he is getting, like, he's gotten engaged, and his fiance is expecting. So it's not surprising that this family is starting their relationships kind of young and carrying on with their lives. The teens are all kind of starting to think about branching out on their own. They feel like they are sufficient enough to be on their own, and you know, they feel cramped in this house, even though they are a very tight-knit family, and even though they all, you know, love each other dearly. They're thinking to themselves, it's really time for us to move on. We want to go out there and spread our wings and try, you know, being on our own. We feel like we're old enough to do this. And the parents think to themselves, I don't think that you guys are ready. I think that maybe you need to slow down and enjoy being teens. I don't think that you need to really rush this. But obviously the kids are, you know, trying to be a little bit more grown up than they really are.
Ooh. Boy.
So Cam and Everett are having their first kiss. He's boldly becoming closer with her, and he's going to go ahead and ask her to be his best friend. We are going to go ahead and ask if she wants to be our romantic partner. And she's like, yes, I do. We absolutely love that. I think she was trying to sneak on out of here, but he stopped her so he could tell her that he really did want to be in a relationship with her. And he's like, I just want to spend my life with you. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, I could see you being in my life. And she's like, oh my gosh, I think that's the most romantic thing I've ever heard. So he's going to offer her a rose. And I think he's going to pull out all the stops.
Fuba. Aw.
Who yibs? Kunada.
Ooh. Ooh.
She's like, will you, Cam? Will you spend your life with me? And she's like, no, Everett, it's too soon. I'm only a teenager. He's like, well, so am I, but I'm ready to move out on my own. And she's like, oh, I don't know about that. We just had our first kiss and you want to get married. I think it's all just a bit too sudden. And he's like, well, you know what? I'm going to move out and get a place of my own. So I think even if we're together, maybe you can, consider being with me. So Everett's decided that he wants to move out and get his own place. He's going to move out from the household. And he is going to wait for Cam to come around and decide that she wants to be with him. So he's ready to move out. He's like, I have found the person I'm going to spend my life with. I'm going to go ahead and get myself settled and ready for her to be with me. So we're going to give him some 5,000 simoleons as well. We're going to let him go and get his fresh start. And he's going to hope that Cam comes around and decides to want to be with him. So we have Everett here for his new home. We are going to allow him to live here and he will continue his life. Hopefully Cam and him will be able to get themselves married. They are in a relationship. We will continue on with his story and let him live his life here in Oasis Springs. But we are going to head back over into the main household and catch back up with them. Now that we are back in our main household, oh, something's wrong with our fridge. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get Adriel to just replace that. And then he is going to invite Evie over and he is going to, actually, maybe we will, it's pretty late. So maybe we'll just go ahead and set a wedding event for them for tomorrow. So let's add an event for tomorrow for a wedding. And we will invite Everett, Haleigh, Isaiah, Tessia, Julian. We'll invite Cam. And we will invite Sierra and Zoe. Alright. And we're not going to have a caterer, mixologist, or a musician. We are going to get them married at... I'm pretty sure we have a wedding venue somewhere. There's one in Tartosa. So I guess we're getting married in Tartosa. And let's get them married at 10 a.m. Alright, wonderful. So we'll get them married in the morning and then they will be able to go ahead and get hitched. And then obviously Evie will come and move in with us and we will be able to go ahead and have them living together here in the house. And we'll be seeing her when she finally does go into labor with the baby. She will be already living here in our house. But he is just fixing this fridge that is broken. Let's go ahead and check in on everybody. It looks like Haleigh's doing good. Adriel needs to eat something. So let's go ahead and get him to eat something. Let's see if there are any leftovers in the fridge. More choices. No. We'll get him to go ahead and cook something. We'll just do some avocado with toast and It looks like Julian is grabbing a bite to eat and Isaiah is good. All right, great. Let's throw this away. What is this? Oh, BLT. Okay, let's just put this over here. She can resume that later. So everyone seems to be in pretty decent shape. No one's really all that tired, which I'm not sure why that is, but they aren't. So we're just going to let them kind of spend a little bit of time together. Obviously, as it gets a little bit later, I probably am going to have to still... Maybe I'll actually put this down a little bit and start getting them ready for bed. Because they are going to need to get themselves a little bit of rest. It is 10 o'clock at night. So I do want them getting a little bit of rest because, you know, it's getting late and rest is definitely needed in the family. So we'll get them to go ahead and get off to bed. I'm going to have her come in here and just resume this BLT. Adriel, why don't you go ahead and grab a serving of that food that you just made while she makes those BLTs. That'll be fantastic. We'll just throw this in the fridge. And he'll get himself fed up here, and then we will go ahead and get him off to bed once he's done. And once Haleigh's done finishing that meal, we'll go ahead and we'll get her off to bed as well, and she can get herself a little bit of rest. She always wants to go and nap on the couch, but I'm gonna actually make her come up here and go to bed. It looks like Mitchell is at work currently, so we will let him obviously come home and take care of his needs when he's done with his shift at work. All right, perfect. So that BLT was a single serving. So, all right, Adriel, finish that meal up there, and then you can go and get yourself some much needed rest. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. You're getting married. He looks super happy about it. I think he would be, as we know, he is smitten with Evie. And so we love that. He's just going to go and brush his teeth really quickly, and then he'll head himself off to bed. Mitchell's home from work, but he's feeling really tense. He is in need of a break from work, and he is about to go into a midlife crisis, or maybe he's already in a midlife crisis. He's just feeling pretty drained from the whole ordeal of dealing with work. But we're going to go ahead and head Mitchell off to bed. Seriously, Adriel, I want you to go to bed. There's no sense in you being weeding the plants right now. So we're going to head him off to bed, and then he can get himself a little bit of much needed sleep. Everyone in the family is going to get some shut-eye, and I will see you in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning. Everyone is starting to wake. It's about 5 a.m. And as you can see, we have some people that are up and starting to feel a little bit hungry. I'm just going to go ahead and let everyone take care of their needs here. We've got a couple that need to go ahead and go on to the washroom. I'm going to get Adriel to go to the washroom, and then we'll get him out here to check on the plants. As we know, he likes to tend to the garden, and it does look like we need to get a little bit of weeding done. So we will get him to come out and do a little bit of weeding, and he can also do a little bit of harvesting because we do need to harvest some things. So he's going to come out and harvest and weed and take care of the garden and make sure that everything is good to go here in the garden area so that everything is tended to properly. He is really excited. He's really happy. He knows that today is his big day. He's going to be getting married to Evie, and they're finally going to be able to start their life together. And we will be officially heading into Generation 2 here on our Legacy Challenge. It is today also the Polar Bear Plunge. So they need to go for a swim, play with water, and go streaking. What does this say? From being a teen, he ignores this tradition. Okay, well, he's just too good for that. All right, well, you do you. Why don't you go ahead and go to the washroom? And your brothers seem to be fantastic. All right, Isaiah, I think, is going to the washroom as well, so that's fantastic. Maybe they don't really need to get anything to eat because they're not really all that hungry. I was going to say maybe they can have breakfast, but they don't really need to do that. So really, we're just going to kill a couple of hours until it's time for us to go and have our wedding, and the boys can just spend a little bit of time together. The parents are still getting a little bit of shut-eye, so that's fantastic. You're in here talking to the toilet, but it says you're talking to your brother, so I don't really know. Can't unsee because you were violated in the bathroom. That's never good. Why don't you come and maybe just do some studying for your exam? No, you can't do that? Okay, well, why don't you just read something then? Go ahead and get yourself a little bit of reading in. How are you guys with your homework? You're good? Oh, that's wonderful. I love to see it. You're probably good with your homework as well, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Okay, great. We absolutely love it. Did you actually do your homework? Yes, you did. They actually come in and go straight to their homework, so they're pretty good about it, which is wonderful. He does have school in about an hour's time, but we are going to not go to school today, so maybe he can call in sick to school. Maybe we can take a vacation day from school. We will get everyone to actually take a vacation day from school, and that way they can be able to go to the wedding. Alright, so Mitchell is up. Let's check his hunger. He is good. He is going to go out and deal with the garden, and Haley's come out to do a little bit of hopscotch. She's thinking, oh my god, my eldest son is getting married today. And I think that Haleigh is a little bit shocked by the fact that 2 of her teenagers are about to be married. You know, 2 of her kids have already moved out, and 1 has gotten married. Another is about to get married and has a child on the way. And she's thinking, I never thought that life was really going to move quite this quickly. You know, time is really passing her by, and she's shocked by this. She's obviously happy for them, but I do think that she is a little bit shocked by the fact that the kids are growing up quite as fast as they are. She was always, when they were younger, hoping that they would grow up because it was so overwhelming. She was so outnumbered. But now that they're older and they're self-sufficient, she's kind of wishing that they were little again. She's realizing that it's surreal, and she's missing those moments when they were smaller, and she is realizing that she can't get that time back, and she's nostalgic about the past. And so while she's proud of their milestones, while she's proud of the moments that they're coming into themselves and they're individuals and they're ready to move on and spread their wings and fly from the nest, she's missing it. She's proud of them, but she also, you know, hates it at the same time. And so she is glad that she still has Julian here and she still has Isaiah here, but she knows that soon those 2 are also going to probably meet people and want to move out, and or are going to be single and want to move out. But she knows that that day is coming as well. Julian obviously is going to be living here in the family home with Evie, and so she will be able to see them, and she'll be able to see the grandbaby. And so she's blessed to feel that she's going to be a part of that, but she hates that it's time for everyone's lives to continue on without her. It is time to start this wedding, so let's go ahead and start the event. All right, we have arrived here at the ceremony at the church, and we are going to go ahead. We're going to come in and we're going to serve all, and then we are going to go ahead and we're going to get our couple married. Let's just get the food served up here, and then we are going to come on in here and we're going to seat our Sims. We're going to seat Everett, Haleigh. We're going to seat Isaiah and Julian and Cam and Tessia and Sierra and Zoe. So let's just seat them all. I don't know if we're even going to have enough seats for everyone, but we're going to seat everyone, and then we're going to get married to Evie. So everyone is seated for the wedding. We're going to go ahead and get them married. Look at this, how precious. Why is everyone getting up?
Fuba. Mwah.
Fuba. The Melps.
Ciao Nimba.
So this very loving couple is going ahead and exchanging their vows, and what a beautiful ceremony it is. They are madly in love, and we absolutely love that for them. They are going to be spending their life together, and obviously they're going to be having a little one pretty soon. She is in her second trimester, and we are going to go ahead and move Evie into the family, and Evie Delgado is going to be Evie McKnight, which is wonderful. We absolutely, oh, McKinney, I'm sorry, Evie McKinney. And she is going to go ahead and move in with us. And we are going to be having everyone come, and we will call everyone to a meal and let everyone come and grab some food, which is going to be wonderful. Haley's in here playing music for everyone, which is fantastic. He's like, everyone, come grab yourself some food. Enjoy the festivities of the reception. And so they're all going to come grab themselves a bite to eat and enjoy one another's company here at the reception of the wedding, which is fantastic. And he's enjoying his company with his family and his friends here at him and Evie's wedding, which is so nice to see them all together here. And this wedding has gone off without a hitch so far, which we absolutely love. Maybe we can request a toast from Haleigh.
Bob and Neff.
Dag dag.
So because he's so close with his mom, he is going to ask her to give a toast.
You know what?
Sula.
Sula. Shanibi Yoba. Huh? Nova. Sikafus. Quinifez. Septa.
Sabrina Mish.
Rainik, Fefaru,
Ah.
Ashan Frambir.
So Haley's toasting the married couple, which is lovely. Oh.
He is new.
Shibbo.
Shibbo.
Galink, Nermokrengus. Bajna.
Anjima.
Zarzuya Molabide. Tombraflo. Garsiga. Shyla. Fribifrolis. Bueno.
Yes,
Kubu
Nish.
Wib, Amia, Franqua. Stabanubla. Yona Bekanoy.
So I'm going to go ahead and end this event. And congratulations on your new marriage. Would you like to move in together now? Yes, we're going to move Evie in over here. And we love it. So Evie's going to move in with us. And let's go ahead and we will send everyone home. It looks like Dad didn't come to the wedding. Mitchell was like, I don't have time to come to the wedding. So he didn't come. I don't know why, but he was like, I just can't make it. Sorry. I'm too exhausted. So we're going to go ahead and send everyone home. Evie is now officially part of the family, and we are going to be seeing her obviously be giving birth soon. But I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Legacy Challenge. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.